Welcome back to Roots and Flower Up, the channel where we cover your basic gardening needs. You might have noticed all the beautiful spring wreaths are out at all your favorite garden centers. Today we've picked this one. We're going to add a little bow to it for a little more interest. First thing you want to do is select a ribbon that you like that isn't going to clash too much with the wreath. I've gone with this simple cream colored burlap. It's nice and bright and springy, and that color is something that I can repurpose for a summertime wreath. So when you start making your bow, you're going to begin by measuring out your button. A good length for your first piece of the button is about 1 inch on the short end of the diagonal and 2 to 3 inches on the long end of the diagonal. You're going to fold your ribbon and pinch it over, pulling out the other end of the ribbon. Then you're going to cut. I always like to go the opposite way of the previous diagonal cut. So as this is going this way, I'm going to cut this way. You don't have to do it that way. That's just how I prefer it. You stretch out your button a little bit so you can see if you're happy with the size, and then take your wire, wrap it around so that it comes out right by the opening of the button. Put your finger in there and twist tight. Once you've twisted tight, slide it under and open the wire like so. And just set it aside. Now you're going to work on the main part of your bow. Usually a standard size bow is anywhere from 2 to 3 yards long, and it's nice to just pull your ribbon out ahead of time. On a Christmas wreath, I like to either put my bow at the top of the wreath or the bottom of the wreath. For spring bows, I like to have them on the side. So I'm going to do a shorter tail and pinch. Where you pinch is where your button is eventually going to sit. Pull to the side and make a loop. For this style bow, we're going to make 6 loops, 3 on each side. Pinch, really hold it tight. You don't want it to flip and get away from you, because if it unravels, you'll have to start over again. Okay, so now you have 6 loops, 3 on each side. You'll notice that one tail has started from the other. So you're gonna pull it down gently while keeping a firm hold of your loops. You're just gonna pull it round, down, back, right like that. Holding it, you're gonna pick up your button and you're gonna lay it on top so that your wires are sticking out on either side. You're going to fold them down underneath, and you want to pull really tight and twist. If you do it too loosely, your bow can unravel, and then you'll find you have to start again. Measure your tail so that it meets the other. Give it a good snip to follow the diagonal. And then you're going to fluff the loops. Working with ribbon that is pre-wired makes it a lot easier. The wire runs along the edges and you can really work with it much easier. Now that it's made, we're going to attach it to the side of our wreath. Just twist it a couple times and then put your finger down and sort of wrap it. If you have wire cutters, you can give those wires a good snip and get rid of the extra. Flip it out again because it got really crushed. And there you have it, the little bow for your spring wreath.